In this video, we're going to address the problem of poor engine starts after the car has been parked for a while, as well as increased fuel consumption related to temperature sensors. This is a 1990s Audi A6, and the owner has noticed that the car has become hard to start when cold and the fuel consumption has increased, so the car hasn't been started for over 24 hours. Let's try to start the engine now. As you can see, the engine didn't start on the first attempt, but did on the second. If it were colder outside, the car might not have started at all. In most cases, the problem lies with the air temperature sensor and the coolant temperature sensor. So let's remove them and measure their resistance. Let's start with the coolant temperature sensor, which sends signals to the engine control unit that adjusts the fuel mixture based on temperature. If the sensor is faulty, it can lead to increased fuel consumption. We'll remove it now and check it. It's located here on the coolant hose, and here's its connector. We'll remove this plastic cover and disconnect the sensor. The connector is moved aside, and now the sensor is clearly visible and can be detached. As you can see, it's a 2-pin sensor. The sensor can be easily unscrewed with a 19mm wrench. The coolant wasn't fully cooled, so there was some pressure in the system, and a small amount of coolant leaked out. Make sure to wait until the engine has completely cooled down. So, we've removed the sensor. As you can see, it has 2 pins, and now we can measure its resistance at different temperatures and compare it with the data in the manual. If the readings are off, the sensor is faulty and needs to be replaced. Now we'll check the coolant temperature sensor. We have a table on the screen that shows the expected resistance values. It's about 10 degrees Celsius in here, so the resistance on the sensor contacts should be around 5 kilo ohms. We'll use a multimeter, set it to kilo ohms, and measure the sensor's resistance. The multimeter is connected, and we see that it's showing almost 4 kilo ohms. Now we'll try heating the sensor with a lighter, which will make it hot and its resistance should decrease. Let's do that. We're heating the sensor, and as you can see, its resistance is starting to drop. This sensor is working fine, and its readings match those in the table. The issue isn't with this sensor, so now we'll move on to the second sensor, which could be affecting fuel consumption. This is the intake air temperature sensor located in the intake manifold. This sensor also sends a signal to the control unit to adjust the ignition. If the sensor is faulty, it can cause increased fuel consumption or poor engine starts. So, we'll remove this sensor and measure its resistance according to the table. We've removed the connector, and now we need to unscrew the sensor. As you can see, it has a plastic nut, so we need to be careful not to break it. We'll use a 19mm wrench to unscrew the sensor. This is what the intake air temperature sensor looks like. It also has 2 pins. Now we'll try to measure the sensor's resistance and compare it to the values in the table. It's about 7 degrees Celsius in here, so its resistance should be around 15 kilo ohms. We'll measure the resistance, but the multimeter shows an infinite value, indicating that the sensor is completely non-functional. After a day, we received a new sensor. Here it is, and we're going to open it and measure its resistance. I've turned on the multimeter, connected it to the sensor's contacts, and as you can see, it shows a resistance of 5 kilo ohms. It's about 20 degrees Celsius in here, so according to the graph, it should be around 6 kilo ohms. There's no need to test this sensor further since it's new and fully functional. All that's left is to install it back into the car and check how the engine starts in cold conditions after 24 hours. We'll also check if the fuel consumption returns to normal or remains high. So we've installed the sensor back, and now we can try starting the car to see if the problem is resolved. Overall, the starting issue remains. The car starts somewhat better, but it still doesn't start on the first try when it's cold. On the bright side, the fuel consumption has returned to normal. So, if you're experiencing high fuel consumption, the first things to check are the coolant temperature sensor and the intake air temperature sensor. That's it for now. Bye.